Hello YouTube and welcome to GrunfWorks Plays Naval Action Legends, and finally I have managed to get some experience to get myself a nice Mercury. So, we will be taking the fight in our brand new ship. However, I haven't gotten yet enough experience points to unlock some serious carronades, so sadly I won't be running with carronades. I'm just running with the long cannons, and I think it's 6-pounders. So yes, this will be an interesting fight. I am definitely looking forward to it, because I have been sailing with Navy Brig with carronades, and that thing is a beast. However, Mercury, I have seen, can pack a bigger punch and bigger caliber cannons, or carronades, once you level up to a decent extent, so that's definitely something that I want to explore in this episode. Righto, so let's see how are we doing sailing wise. We have, I think, 2 Mercuries and a couple of cutters, and I think a Navy Brig versus the same package. So I think overall picture is 2 cutters, 2 Mercuries and 1 Navy Brig versus the same opposition, of course. Okay, just trying to see if I have lined up correctly. I'm feeling pretty confident. Okay, so you see, Navy Brig, 2 Mercuries and 2 cutters. I think that's doable. Okay, our cutters have already started the engagement. Our Mercury is turning for the first broadside, hard to port. And it's firing on the opposing Mercury, which I think I'm gonna also take as my target. Oop. A stray cannonball here, scratching the paint. Getting ready. Aim. And fire. I couldn't bring cannons down to bear, so everything went over, even if when I pressed the power. That's a complete miss. And a massive shootout occurring here. Now let's see. My cannons are almost reloaded, so I think I'm gonna focus on that Mercury perhaps. Or not, it's turned towards me. Okay, I might save the ammo, it's not worth it. Let's see if we can finish off this Navy Brig or cutter. Both are viable targets, of course. I mean, there's 2 approaches. One is that you take the biggest baddies. Oh, and Mercury. Huh. Let's try and aim for that one. See, Navy Brig. I'll take the Navy Brig fire. 7 to the hull, not bad. Here I'm just taking targets of opportunity until I find a better suited opponent, so to say. So Mercury is known for its speed, not turn rate though, and also good armament, so but not the best armors. He's like sort of a glass cannon, if you will. Fire. So Mercury you want to take up close, but with the fight with Navy Brig wins the armor fight, but Mercury wins the armament fight by a long shot. So as long as you can try not to take damage and just deliver, I mean, yeah, sure, that happens everywhere, but or that is what you want to do everywhere. Okay, this is the opposing or my? Opposing, then fire. Let's take out this cutter out of commission. Come on, and fire. 6 to the hull, very nice. Hard to port. I think I'm gonna play and finish up first these 2 cutters. This is the second approach that you can use in combat. First take out the smallest targets that still have a decent amount of, you know, cannons to bear at you, because they would be the first sunk, and then you have less cannons shooting at you. That's also a viable solution. 7 shock and 2 crew. Nice. Oh, this is our cutter, so I'm not gonna shoot at it. And we have... Okay, I think I'm gonna focus this cutter then. Hard to starboard. Okay, let's set sector focus to 250 because he's a little bit further out. I've noticed, by the way, guys, that using this unlock sector focus helps you really group the shots, which makes your damage much more accurate when you're sailing parallel to your target. So, there you go, and fire. And the problem is that I aim my reticule to the wrong side. Just my terrible gunnery skills showing off again. Okay, getting ready for another broadside. Aim. And I'm not gonna miss this time. Fire. Oh yes, 7 to the hull and shock. His port side armor is completely destroyed, so I think I'm gonna focus on that one. Let's make a hard turn to port and see if we can fire our starboard broadside at his port armor, because that would almost cause him to sink. Or at least take some heavy structural damage, but I can take it from here as well. Fire. 3 to the hull, 1 to the module. Hard to starboard. The rest of our fleet is zeroing in. I believe he is almost... Oh no, he has still some decent structure. So I don't think he's taking on water yet, but his bowsprit is destroyed, so he is very much unmaneuverable when going towards the wind. So I'm gonna use that opportunity to completely destroy him. Okay, aim and fire. 8 to the hull, and I think his structure is gone, which means he will be sinking for sure. He's a goner. Okay, one more for Mr. Davy Jones. Hard to port, and let's focus the others. Can I fire another broadside at him? I might. Fire. Well, just 1 to the hull, but then again. Oh look, there's another cutter. Yay, more targets for me. And I think my fleet is doing a rather good job of taking care of others. So I might as well be taking care of the other cutter. Might not be the most honorable thing to do but he is attacking me, so I'm not firing first, but I will be firing last. Let's put zoom or unlock sector focus on 100 meters. Focus. Lower the cannons. Fire. Fire. 8 to the hull. Now that's what I call good gunnery. Hard to starboard, and if he turns hard to port, we'll be finishing off this fight as well, sooner rather than later. I'm just going to depower sails and aim. Perfect. Fire. Oh yes, 5 to the hull, sails. He's a goner. Beautiful. That's 2 down for the count. Let's just go hard to port. And I almost lost no armor whatsoever to this cutter. Oh, you're a persistent bugger, ain't ya? Fire. Very well. Fire. Ah well, 3 to the crew. I'm not complaining. That's 2 down for the count. And his pump is gone, which means he'll be sinking within minutes. There you go. Bye-bye. Okay, onwards to next victories. What is that down there? Oh, that's a Spanish Navy brig. Good. We can take care of that. There we have Mercury and... oh, we have 2 Mercuries to take care of. Whew. That will be an interesting fight. Yeah, 2 Mercuries and Navy brig. And we have our Navy brig who is fighting, but we are now 2 Mercuries coming in. So should be an even fight. Oh, and while we're coming, we're also capping this. Well, some additional XP I won't mind. Almost there. Capturing will be done shortly, which will be very nice. Okay, there we go. Capped. Perfect. Oh, and my companions, Mercury is missing a bowsprit as well, so he won't be very maneuverable. I don't know if AI can actually repair the sails, but I'm doing battle sails on this because I want my the other Mercury to catch up. Because as long as you're being the first one, you're being fired upon. So why? And remember, we have rather weak armament here, so okay, let's go full sails and let's go into the engagement with the Navy brig, because our Navy brig is doing okay, but he's being focused by 2 ships, so it's not gonna last very long. Oh, but that Mercury certainly looks down in the dumps. Okay, so the fight looks better than I initially anticipated. Some cannonballs flying, courtesy of our friend the Mercury. And the Navy brig is the Sigurd Bush. Okay, no, I mean, that Mercury is a goner, so no point of focusing it. Better to dedicate myself to the Navy brig at hand. Our Navy brig did surprisingly well against the Armada over there, considering that we were 2 Mercuries from that side, which only reinforces the fact how sturdy Navy brig really is. There we go. 2 Mercuries closing in for the kill. Going battle sails to reduce my speed. And I think the enemy sank our cutter. Doesn't matter really. Okay, getting ready to broadside this Navy brig. Sector focus 100 meters and fire. 8 to the hull. Very nice. Oh, hard to port. Whew, dodged our Navy brig there by centimeters merely. Now hard to starboard and waiting for our cannons to reload. I mean, we don't care at which side we are broadsiding at the moment, because we do care that we should be firing more with our port side though. But let's have a broadside from this side. Fire. 8 to the hull, wonderful. Now I'm thinking hard to port, or sorry, starboard. And then I would be focusing that Navy brig. So hard to starboard, and we don't want to be taking more shots on our starboard side. We want to be taking shots on our port side if we need to. But that kind of puts me in the position where I'm the closest, which means that I will be focused by the Navy brig. However, its port armor is almost completely gone, which means another broadside should seal the fate of this Navy brig's port armor. Oh, fire! This might even generate some leaks. No, but still. Port side armor is nearly gone. Hard to port. The good thing is that enemy Mercury is still far off. So how do I play this? I want to be hitting the Navy brig's port side with hopefully my starboard side. Or if I'm firing my starboard side, I don't want to be fired upon. Says he, and turns hard to port so that he can be fired upon. Fire. And then misses the key shots. Nice job. Well, good thing is that he didn't fire upon me, so... Okay. How is his armor? Okay, he's almost dead on both sides, so I should focus on presenting my port side to him. Hard to starboard, and let's present our right, 250 meters focus, and fire. Okay. Okay, so now all the shots will be going towards its structure. And it did fire all of its guns, which means should be pretty safe for me to turn in and fire from point blank range with my weak side. And that should hopefully seal his fate. Okay, and fire. There we go. 9 to the hull and hard to port, so he doesn't shoot me in the... I should present a smaller target, and look at that. Our Mercury has parked behind the Navy brig. Nice going. I should see if I can dislodge it somehow, because at this point it's completely useless to me. It's only this Mercury remaining. And it started to shoot at me. And it hit my rudder. Lucky shot. Oh, that Navy brig is still alive. Well, it will sink sooner rather than later. Yeah, there he goes. And here, guys, I did a mistake. I didn't play to my strengths. I decided to go straight for the Mercury, when what I should have done is waited for him to come to me. And then I made a second rather stupid thing. I presented my starboard side to him, which I definitely should not, but I was keeping an eye on him constantly, and the moment I saw him turn, I started turning as well. So we will play the duel of the port sides, I guess. Let's see, how is his port side doing? Okay, 100 meters, focus, and fire. 8 to the hull. Pretty good. He did manage to get some shots off. Now I have to turn into the wind. Well, that wasn't the smartest move, because it puts me at risk. And oh boy. Okay, shifting into reverse. Easy on the clutch there, Chief. And you see, this was my mistake. Since it took me too long to turn, he was able to fire at my weak side and also completely kill off my rudder. So that means I will have to steer using the sails. At this point I made a decision. I'm gonna really go and make sure that my fleet Mercury is unstuck. What I should have done is do that from the get-go. Okay. Okay, rudder got... now it's just damaged, so I guess that's fine. He is coming in for another shot, but let's see if we can hide behind this. Yeah, and look at this. Our Mercury is completely untouched. Apart from some sail damage, yes. So we should actually use it. I'm in semi-decent shape, which I'm not gonna be for long if he keeps firing at my starboard side. Okay, yeah, let's unstuck this guy. I think I need to give him a friendly nudge. So I think I'm gonna go here hard to port, and then I'm gonna do once again turning into the wind. It will be a little bit harder with rudder damage, but... And that will also give me some time until the enemy Mercury approaches me. This might do a little bit damage, but I have to take that chance. I need to move between these two to unstick this guy. A little bit of bump, and it immediately start to fire. There we go. Now then, sail, Sonny. I'm hoping that that was enough. And here I made another mistake, which is going straight for the enemy Mercury rather than hiding behind our Mercury for a while. But you know, guys, hiding is never exactly my style. I mean, I fight, and if I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. At least I lose with honor. But this should make a rather nice broadside here. Focus 100 meters, depower sails please, and fire. 9 to the hull, beautiful. Ow, ow, this is gonna hurt. Okay, so now my cannons should reload faster than his would. So let's depower the sails and make sure we fire when he's the closest. There we go, fire. Try and make each cannonball count, so... Now let's see if we can keep at his stern. There is my Mercury. And at this point it does no longer matter with which side I'm presenting. But it's better that I keep firing. 10 to the hull. Wonderful. Okay, my starboard armor is gone completely. So I should no longer be presenting that side at all. Where is our Mercury? Oh, there it is. Come on, will you fire at the guy? Please? Pretty please? I would prefer not to get my armor shot off. Again, my rudder is gone. I'm steering using the sails once again. Let's see if I can focus fire him again. Fire. Okay, I hit his rudder and H to the hull. Wonderful. I'm thinking if we manage to keep on doing like the circles around him, I just might be able to survive long enough to see it destroyed. Although that's a fairly slim chance now that I'm taking no water. Yeah, let's see if we can make him sink faster then. Reload, come on. Depower and... fire. Only 3 to the hull. Well, that didn't help, certainly. To be honest, guys, I think my fate was decided at the point where I went straight for the Mercury rather than how do you say, unstucking? Well, anyway, trying to get my Mercury, or the Mercury of my AI companion, unstuck. I should have done that first. Because I'm thinking I'm gonna sink before him. His port armor is gone and mine structure is gone completely. So, well, let's have another broadside at least, shall we? Fire. Seven to the hull. Good enough, I guess. Well, guys, seems like this is the fight from my perspective. Like if you like, hit subscribe for more Naval Action Legends content, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Once again, thank you very much for watching. This is GrunfWorks signing off, I guess, from Davy Jones' locker.